Symbiote suit is underwhelming. There, I said it. It's out there. That's my opinion. That's just how it is. Wait. Don't leave. Please, don't leave. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. The symbiote suit was more than just a costume change. It was an opportunity to immerse the player in a darker, more powerful side of Spider-Man's character. When the gameplay trailer came out, the hype was real.
You have no idea.
Seeing Spidey dish out devastation left and right with bone-crushing punches and a freaky symbiote tendrils was just jaw-dropping. After seeing this, I couldn't wait to become an absolute powerhouse, instilling fear into the hearts of New York's criminals.
Don't you yahoos get it? The Black Spider-Man is unbeatable!
There are two ways to turn a grown man into a 14-year-old. You can show him this trailer, or play him any Eminem song.
But when it came time to don the black suit and ascend to the highest echelon of Spider-Man-dom, I couldn't help but feel just a tad underwhelmed. Before you send me to the negative zone for my slander, I'm not saying I didn't have a blast swinging around town in the Ebony Ensemble. The symbiote powers were nothing short of spectacular, and Bully Lowenthal's vocal performance, well, it was perfect as Aunt May's wheat cakes.
There's something I have to tell you. I'm fresh out of honey.
What I'm getting at is, I didn't quite get the immersive, psychopathic power trip I just expected from this game.
I give up trying to be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Fair warning, I'm going to mention some major spoilers for this game, so if you haven't played it yet, save this video for later, and go play it. Like, seriously, it's great. It's one of the best Spider-Man games. And if my hot takes at the end of this video triggered your Spidey sense, please hit that subscribe button. I got a bunch of Spider-Man 2 videos in the works, such as a Spider-Shoot showdown between Peter and Miles, and is Miles a Mary Sue? So keep an eye out. But until then, let's swing on back to the video.
Come on! Let's get this over with.
The symbiote suit was supposed to turn Peter into a harder, faster, stronger Spidey, but in the end, he feels much of the same, just with a different set of tools, I guess. When I replayed the sequence from the gameplay trailer, all I could think about was, man, these hunters are about to get ripped a new one. But alas, the glorious multi-kill tendril whip takedown that Spidey does in the trailer just doesn't have the same effect it does in the actual gameplay.
You goof, that's just the trailer. You can't have Spidey one-shotting guys with ease in normal gameplay.
Why? Why?
Not. Imagine the immersion we could truly feel or the rush of power that Pete does as the city's ultimate badass. Regular thugs just felt like they had an obscene amount of health throughout the game, making battles quite the challenge, especially in the early stages. Now, picture getting the black suit and having it provide maybe like a 2 times power boost to Spidey's attacks. Suddenly, those tough enemies become little more than cannon fodder. You'd feel what Pete's feeling. Powerful, invincible, unstoppable. You'd be addicted to the suit just as Pete is. You'd truly become
The better Spider-Man.
One of the most exciting aspects of the symbiote suit is the addictive nature of its power. It's not just a means to an end. It's a temptation that Peter struggles with throughout the comics. Yet, in Spider-Man 2, the black suit didn't quite capture this feeling. Players should have been torn between the suit's raw power and the consequences of giving into it.
Isn't that the point of the symbiote surge? To get that feeling of being overpowered? If he was like that all the time, the game would be very unbalanced.
Imagine swinging through the city as a nearly unstoppable force, taking down hordes of enemies effortlessly. This would have allowed players to immerse themselves in the power trip that Peter experienced. It's not about making the game too easy or unbalanced. It's about providing players the same addictive feeling that Peter has. The struggle to maintain control over the symbiote should have been central to the experience. Spider-Man's stories always revolved around the theme of balance. Peter Parker always has to juggle his responsibilities as a hero, as a mentor, as a partner, and sometimes just a regular dude. This theme is ripe for gameplay integration. By dramatically shifting the balance of power in the game, players could have experienced Spider-Man's internal struggle more profoundly. Now, picture this. In the beginning of the game, enemies could have been tough cookies, making life tough to be a Spider-Man. Then, when the symbiote suit enters the picture, the game could have shifted the balance drastically. Overpowered Spidey would have been fun as fuck, and an exciting phase for players, mirroring the character's initial euphoria of just bashing dudes' skulls left and right. Having an OP Spidey on the loose forces the hunters to adapt and evolve their own strategies, like learning that a certain frequency will stun the suit. This adds depth to the gameplay. After the showdown with Kraven and the loss of the symbiote suit, the game should have taken another dramatic turn. The game's difficulties turned up as Pete / the player has to combat the newly formed symbiote goons without the black suit. Pete's battle to conquer his addiction to the black suit doesn't just affect him, it affects the players. At this point, players should be feeling like, like shit, mirroring withdrawal symptoms of not being overpowered. Much like Peter, they must rediscover what it means to be Spider-Man.
Too few characters out there flying around like that, saving old girls like me. Lord knows, kids like Henry need a hero. Courageous, self-sacrificing people, setting examples for all of us. Everybody loves a hero.
After some tough trials and some noble sacrifices, the players get rewarded with the Antivenom suit, ultimately restoring balance to the game. The struggle to regain balance should be a narrative and gameplay experience, reinforcing the theme of balance and personal growth. The black suit is such a vital part of Spider-Man's history and lore, and I believe it should have had more of a game-changing impact, much like the black suit in Spider-Man Web of Shadows. The suit choice you made in that game just didn't affect Spidey's moveset, but also his philosophy. Do you wear the classic red and blue to be more agile and quick, or do you wield the power of the black suit to be slower but a lot stronger? This simple gameplay choice not only affects the combat, but the narrative as well, as using the black suit more puts you in the darker timeline. I'm not saying Spider-Man 2 is not an exceptional game, and Insomniac still knocked it out of the park. I just felt like there was a lot more potential for the symbiote suit. In immersion, storytelling, thematic integration. The first game's biggest praise, as much as it's memed, is feeling like Spider-Man. And what I wanted most out of the sequel was to feel like an overpowered Spider-Man. Regardless, I had a blast with the game, and I'm excited to see what happens next on Spidey's journey. Do you think this is the last we've seen of the symbiote? Carnage is still out there, and do you think Pete or Miles will potentially get the suit? Comment below and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I was a little nervous to make this video because people love the game, and honestly, I still love the black suit. It was so much fun to play. But I felt like I needed to voice my opinion how much better it could have been. If you enjoyed this video, please drop me a like and subscribe. I've been waiting to talk about this Spidey game since the first one came out, so more vids to come. Until then, smooth sails and safe travel, mates.